Hello, happy Friday afternoon. I have nothing to talk about, nothing. So we're just going to sit here and talk about nothing, okay? Except my hair. So this morning, it was feeling a little, I don't know, see that right there? Dry and frizzy. And so I decided that today, instead of washing my hair, this is a very, very exciting, interesting conversation, okay? I decided that instead of washing my hair, that I would just condition my hair. I wet it, I put conditioner on it, and then I rinsed it, okay? And I thought, well, that will help with the frizz that I have going on. I'm fairly certain she didn't thin my hair when I had it trimmed. So I think I need to go have it thinned. Yes, because it's unbelievable and it's hot. But anyway, all right. So that did okay for a little while, my conditioned hair, until, well, I just went and walked Penny around the big block, which is probably a little more than a half a mile. I don't know. And when I got home, I was hot, right? Of course, because I have an entire cap on my head of hair. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just stating a fact, okay? So, look, isn't that precious? So, anyway, I decided to pull this up in a little ponytail because I was hot, okay? Tell me why. Tell me why did I take a brush, and run it through my hair? Anyone with curly hair knows that you don't use a brush. No, no, like ever. I don't even know why I have a brush. Actually, I know why I have a brush, because when I straighten my hair, I can use a brush. It's fine, perfectly fine. When it's curly like this, no, because it frizzes. Yeah, when you use a brush, it frizzes. I have a wide tooth comb just for curly hair. Yeah, So, my hair's like 2 inches thick now because I ran a brush through it. That's lovely. All right, let's discuss the next topic of nothing. Hi. I had to take a break and eat my pizza. It was amazing. And it came without cheese. And I added my cheese and I put it in the air fryer. And it was just very good. So anyway, they only deliver a small in the gluten-free, which is so weird. But anyway, I ate 3 pieces tonight, and I'll have 3 pieces again tomorrow, just in case you're concerned about my pizza situation. But a very good way to warm up pizza is in the air fryer. Okay, moving on. I wanted to tell y'all about my grandmother, Mary Frances. Mary Frances, let's see, Mary Frances had, back up, she had OCD. Now, we didn't know what OCD was, okay? She didn't either. However, looking back, I believe Mary Frances probably had some OCD issues. Let me tell you about some of them, okay? Just don't pay attention to my hair, okay? All right, so Frances lived in this cute little, I don't know if you would call it a brick Tudor, but anyway, it's just a little mill house. All of the houses in this little mill area, it's called Celanese in Rome, Georgia, okay? They're all these cute little brick homes. And they all have like little postage stamp yards that were just all trim and neat. And then the driveway had 2 runners that you drove on that had a piece of grass up the middle, okay? So when Frances would go out and cut her own grass, she had one of those push mowers that didn't have a motor in it. It was just that blade that spins. And she would cut her own yard. I mean, even up in her late 70s, she would go out there and cut her yard. And I think later on she did get a lawnmower that had a crank to it, but it wasn't anything like we have now, you know. I mean, I know she had one because I remember the crank handle on it. But anyway, I liked that little one that was like basically two sticks and then a bunch of blades that went in a circle. It was probably very dangerous, but you know. So Frances would sit in her house and she loved to watch the Braves game, okay? And she had her programs. You know, the programs. She would have to watch her programs like Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, and As the World Turns, okay? We don't disturb her while she's watching her programs. Not a program, a program, okay? Now, she would sit and look out her window, as we often do if we had a window right next to our seat. I mean, if I could see out that one, I might do that. I can sit and look out that one, but it's not very exciting because all I see is the back of Joan's house. But anyway, when she looked out her side window, she could see the next door neighbor's house, which is where we got Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Buffy the little poodle dog that my mama stole, right? Well, anyway, she noticed that they had a spider web in the corner of their window. So she thought she would be neighborly and go over there and tell them, "Excuse me, you have a spider web in your window that needs to be cleaned up, okay?" And they said, "Okay." And she went back home. Well, the next day when they got up and went to work, she looked out there and that spider web was still there. So she took some Windex and a cloth and she went out there and she cleaned their window. Because it bugged her because she could see the spider web in the window while she was trying to watch her programs. Now the TV was that way and the window was that way, but still, you know, it bothered her. So anyway, there's one account of her being OCD. Count number 2 of her being OCD. All right. So in that little driveway that she had with the 2 little running strips that you had to keep your tires on, there was that piece of grass up the center, right? Well, she'd get out there and cut it, and she'd cut all the rest, and she'd prune her bushes, and she'd do all the things. She was a hard-working woman. Well, if she didn't get that lawnmower just right on that grass, then she would go out there with her scissors and she would trim that area in between her driveway so it would all look the same. Because sometimes that lawnmower, with it being the way it was, it wouldn't get the sides so well. So she'd go out there and trim it with her scissors. Yeah. And she also had a pecan tree out back. So she had one of those pecan picker-uppers. You know, it's like springs on a stick. And she'd go out there and pick up all them pecans because she didn't like when they were laying all over the yard. But that was good for us because she'd bring them down and, you know, Mom would make desserts with them. So that was always good. But she finally just had the tree cut down because it was just a messy tree. It was so very messy. But her windows were always cleaned. Her house was always immaculate. She took care of her stuff, right? And her car, when she went into the assisted living and then a nursing home, was probably from... No, she went in there in the late 90s, and it was, I don't know, a 70-something, I think, Impala. It was about 12 miles long, and it was chocolate brown, and it had white leather interior. And I think it was already at least 15 to 20 years old. And my dad started driving it, and it didn't have but like, I don't know, 15,000 miles on it. It was something ridiculous. And it had those wide, what do you call it? Where that wide white wall. Yeah, white wall tires, is that what they called them? Anyway, it looked just like brand new when my dad started driving it. And the car she had before that was also an Impala. But it was one of them that had them cool little fins that came up on the back, and it was white and had the black running stripe down the side. My dad drove that for a while too. That was a cool car, although I didn't think so at the time. I was very embarrassed to ride in it because I thought it was very nerdy. But I was in middle school, so what did I really know, you know? Whereas now, I would love to have a car like that, right? I mean, I kind of like cars. I like old cars. Anyway, that was Frances. Okay, and then moving on to our last topic of nothingness involves Miss Penny. Now, I took a video of her sleeping earlier, which I will insert right here because it's adorable. Hold on. You think she's sleeping? That's vinegar by the door. It's not moonshine. I think she's snoozing pretty good. Penny, you okay? That little spotted belly. All right, and for our last topic of nothingness, as I said before, Penny. A lot of people commented yesterday about her shaking issues and said it's probably because she misses her brother. Well, she may miss her brother, but she's been doing this for a very long time. She was doing it way before Charlie even got sick. And if Charlie coughed, she would come running to me nervous, shaking all over. And if I cough, she comes running to me and sits in my lap and stares right into my eyeballs because I guess she thinks something's wrong with me, which is very funny. I'm sorry, my nose is itching. I'm sorry I keep touching it. Somebody's going to be so mad. I'm just kidding, I don't care. Anyway, which is funny to me because we'll have a big old clap of thunder and she'll just kind of raise up and look at me and lay down and go back to sleep. Or somebody's shooting fireworks and she'll kind of look at me like, is everything okay? And then she'll go back to sleep. But if I cough, she's going to come, I mean like legit cough, you know. Sometime, or hiccup. If I hiccup, she's going to come running and want me to hold her, and she's going to be in a quiver because I hiccup. I don't know. I mean, I think she needs to see a therapist. But that's okay. I love her anyway. But, yeah, she was like this long before Charlie left this world, so we can't blame it on that. But I don't know why. She's just a nervous dog. Some dogs are just nervous. You know, a lot of Chihuahuas are nervous dogs, so... I mean, she's not a Chihuahua. I'm just saying that a lot of them are nervous. So, anyway, that's that. That's a whole video about nothing. Except my grandmother with OCD. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this crazy video. I hope you've had a great day. I hope you have a great night and a great weekend. And I'm sure I'll be back to talk to you tomorrow about nothing. So... Oh, I want to throw this in real quick. I watched this video yesterday, Chatting with Gigi, G-I-G-I. And it's Lester's mom from I'm a Survivor. She's only on Facebook. Okay. So she was talking about Mary and Martha. I've never looked at it this way, okay? I mean, I knew, but I don't know. Just the way she said it, it kind of made me go. Okay, so she said the story about Mary and Martha is Jesus came to their house to visit, right? And Martha was running around cleaning and picking up and, you know, doing all the things, staying busy and all, you know, doing everything that you had to do when you had a guest. Clean the house, prepare the food, you know, fix the sweet tea, all the things. And Mary, all Mary was doing was just sitting there talking to him. She was enjoying her time with Jesus. And Martha was getting all upset about it because she needed Mary's help to get the house in order before she could come out there and enjoy Jesus too, right? And she said, I have to admit, I'm a Martha. She said, I am always running around. Got to clean the house, got to pick up this, got to do this, got to do this. And she said, instead of just sitting and enjoying my time with Jesus, I would be the one up running around and mad because I had too much to do and I couldn't just sit down and enjoy him. And I thought, man, you know, that really resonates with me because I'm fairly certain that I would be Martha. I would be Martha. Would y'all be Mary or Martha? Martha. That's how my other grandmother, my old, she would pronounce that name. Well, she did pronounce that name Martha. She put an R on the end of it. But anyway, and Mary, it's not Mary, it's Mary. That's how my mom said it, and that's how her mom said it. Mary and Martha, okay? So, would you be a Mary or would you be a Martha? I think I'd probably be a Martha, just to be honest. And I'm pretty sure that that was speaking to me that maybe I should sit down and spend more time with Jesus rather than up running around trying to get all this stuff done, right? Because I ain't never going to be done with everything. So, anyway, I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. Are you a Mary? Or are you a Martha? Martha. I'm sorry, I keep messing it up. It's Mary and Martha. Okay? Anyway, that might be the title of this video. Are you a Mary or are you a Martha? Except I can't spell it Martha because nobody will know what I mean. Anyway, I'm done. I love you. Jesus loves you. I hope he's coming back soon because people be crazy. And I'll talk to y'all on the next Tracy Tries, okay? All right, I'm hanging up. No, y'all hang up first. I'll say bye first. Okay, bye. Did you hang up? I'm hanging up. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.